Hello everyone. We are going to talk about the case study about the David restaurant, and here is my colleague.
Hello, I'm Roman.
I'm Navin Rai, and I'll be discussing about use case and class diagram.
And me, I'm Dorot. I'm going to discuss about the Gantt chart and the work breakdown structure.
And I'm going to talk about activity diagram and sequence diagram.
So now, I'll start my part. I'm just going to take Gantt chart, and this is what I'm going to do. This, as you can see in the screen, this is a Gantt chart, and we have decided to do it 4 weeks time. And for the 4 weeks time, we have divided to do in 4 meetings. And the 4 meetings, or 4 meetings, 2 meetings is quite critical. First meeting is about the developing a case study and developing a Gantt chart, and that's the first meeting. So and as you can see, the date is from 24 to 24, so 1 day, and for the developed case study is 2 days. And for the second meeting is we're gonna divide the work and put the individual task to each member. And on that meeting, we'll try to do a draft work breakdown structure and the draft class diagram. And the next meeting is third meeting, which is the final work breakdown structure and the active diagram, and comes sequence diagram and state diagram. And after that is the feedback and discussion, which is the fourth meeting. And in the fourth meeting, this is to talk about the critical part, the point number 11 and point number 15. This is a critical part, because in 15 you can see, because this is not only the feedback from the tutor, but in this task we need to do all the final bits, and this is also quite a critical part, as you can see the line over here. Active diagram, and here comes sequence diagram and state diagram. And the last is the feedback. This is also the last meeting, and this is the final meeting for our group coursework. As you can see, third meeting and the number 15 feedback. This is the critical part from the start, and you can see the line over here for the 11 and number 15. So this is the critical part. So this is the part when the tutor gives the final work. But in this part, this is not only the feedback from the tutor, but this is also what we need to do for the final work, and to collect all the information and whatever we have done till now, and to put put the final work and to submit, to get ready for the final work thing. And the last thing is to collect all diagrams and to submit the coursework. That's it. I'm going to talk about the work breakdown structure. First of all, what's work breakdown structure? Work breakdown structure is to divide the work into 4 parts, as you can see over here. We have decided to do in 4 columns, like the first meeting, second meeting, third meeting, and feedback discussion. And we have, for the first meeting, we have decided to do the work, the Gantt chart. This is the final work for the first meeting. And for the second meeting is draft use case diagram, and to create a draft class diagram. And the third meeting is, as you can see, active diagram, sequence diagram, and state diagram. And for the last meeting is meeting and discussion, the final meeting and discussion, which is also the feedback from the tutor. Not only the feedback from tutor, but also the work we have done is the final work, whatever we have done, to collect all the information and get all the information whatever we have done, and to put the extra words in it, and to prepare for the final work and for the final submission. And after that comes the plan for the presentation. So this is what we are doing now. And so that's how I like to end up my work breakdown structure.
Okay, this is our use case diagram. But before drawing a use case diagram, it is important to identify the actors and use case. In our case study, that is restaurant. The actors are waiters, kitchen staff, and managers. So the waiter has many use cases, like he interacts with the system, like input system, update, print bill, and input payment details. Now, for example, like our waiters after taking the order from the customer, he inputs the detail of the order into the system. So I think that is the direct relationship between the use actor and the use case system. The system, yeah, and yeah, and then the second is the kitchen staff. After taking after the order is ready, kitchen staff inputs in the system by recognizing, or I mean, when the food is ready, he input the system, and he orders the waiter that food is ready. And the manager, he he has many relationship between the system, like grand discount, register stock, and view reports. For example, management use the report of the daily transaction. Yes, and the next we have is class diagram. Yeah, in class diagram there is like table, class, order, bill, and payment, discount, and the order. Like when the customer orders, the order item goes into the order item. Like there may be many order items, like the drinks, meal, and the order item is considered of many meaning item. And the relationship between the order item and the menu item is very important. Like when the relationship between the order item and menu item is like one menu item can have many order item. Like just like for example, like if you take chicken tikka, one chicken tikka menu item can be many orders. Like there may be 2 chicken tikka, 3 chicken tikka. So one menu item is like chicken tikka, and the order item can be quantity. So many quantity. One chicken tikka have many quantities. So one is too many. And as I said, the class diagram is clearly shown in this figure. And yeah, that's it. Thank you, and have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
Hello, I'm going to explain about sequence diagram. The sequence diagram we have over here is for taking orders. So basically, a waiter, as you can see on the screen, inputs the table number. We have got 4 objects, that's user interface, order, stock, and kitchen stock. So before taking any orders, the waiter needs to put the table number on the user interface, because the order they need to deliver is on, they need to know the particular table number. So a waiter inputs the table number before taking any orders. So after he takes the table number, he puts the order in the system, and before he takes the order for the meal, he takes the order for the drink. So basically, he takes, if they want any drink, if the customer wants any drink, then he takes the drink order, and after he takes the order for the drink, he checks the availability, if the particular drink the customer wants is available or not. If it's available, and if the drink is available, then the system from the stock, it checks in the stock, and if it's available, then the stock object confirms that the drinks is available. And after the drink is available, then the system acknowledges it back to the user interface, and then the drink is gradually it is sent to the waiter, and the waiter serves the drink to the particular table. After that, again the waiter takes the order for the food, and again checks if the food is available. If the food is available, then from the order object, the order is sent to the kitchen staff to prepare for the food. And after the food is prepared, the kitchen staff sends it back to the system and alerts it that the food is ready. And after the food is ready, then it is sent to the waiter so that he could sort it to the particular table. So that's for the sequence table. Sorry, that's for the taking order. Again, there is another sequence diagram for the payment process. So in order to take the payment process, after the order is already taken, the waiter needs to print a bill in order to give it to the customer, so that they have paid for the right amount for the order they have already asked for. So in order to pay the bill, again there are 4 objects. The first one is user interface, the second one is order, the third one is manager, and the fourth one is payment. That's the objects. So basically, waiter in the user interface, a waiter adds the order that is asked by the customer. So he adds, and the total amount that is ordered by a customer is displayed on the screen. So after the orders that is added on the screen is displayed, and the total amount is displayed as well, and the amount of the discount that is supposed to be that the customer is supposed to get is then again sent to the manager. So the manager is the one who is supposed to give the discount to the customer. So when the discount is given and it is acknowledged back to the user interface, so the amount that is displayed after the discount is given is then sent to the that's the payment. Basically, that's the whole payment. And then the whole payment after the discount is given, the amount is subtracted from the total amount. It is acknowledged back to the user interface, so that the waiter knows that the actual amount and the discount amount, after the discounted amount is subtracted from the total amount that is displayed on the screen, and that's what the customer is charged for. And then finally a customer gets the bill. Again, I'm going to explain about the activity diagram. This activity diagram is about the payment process. So basically, I have divided the activity diagram into two parts. One is the payment process, and the other one is for taking orders. So the first one is the payment process. This is the activity diagram that is shown on the screen. So how it eventually occurs is, first, in order to take the activity sequentially, the first the waiter is the one who takes the order and process for the payment. So a waiter usually presses the payment button that appears on the user interface. So when the waiter presses on the payment button, then there are basically 2 kinds of options that appears on the screen. The first one is cash payment and the card payment, because usually a customer pays either by cash or card. So if it's a cash payment, then after the waiter takes the order, then he has to enter the cash amount and then if the amount that is received by the waiter is greater than the amount than the actual amount, then he has to enter the cash amount. And then if the received amount is more than the amount that is on the screen, then he obviously gets return chance. If it's a no, then it directly goes to the print receipt. So a customer gets the receipt. So if on the other side, if it's a card payment, then the waiter puts the the actual amount that the customer is supposed to pay, and then the customer is supposed to enter the PIN code, obviously, for the card, and then eventually this is the author activity diagram. This activity diagram is for taking orders, and the actor in this activity diagram is a waiter. So because a waiter is supposed to take the orders, when a waiter clicks on the menu, a menu is a button on a user interface. So whenever he clicks on the on the button that shows menu, it takes him to 2 kinds of other options. One So this is the other one is for drinks, because a customer might want to take just dishes, or a customer might want to have dishes and drinks together, or just drinks. So for either of the case, the system checks if the order that is asked by the customer is available or not. If it's available, then it confirms that the items ordered by the customer is available. So it takes and displays the complete order. If the case is other way, then it takes back to the main menu. So the customer has to start over again, and again has to start from the main menu and start taking the orders again. So if it's yes, then the order is displayed, everything, the amount is displayed, and and basically the customer has to pay for the order they asked for. This is the author activity diagram. This activity diagram is for taking orders, and the actor in this activity diagram is a waiter. So because a waiter is supposed to take the orders, when a waiter clicks on the menu, a menu is a button on a user interface. So whenever he clicks on the on the button that shows menu, it takes him to two kinds of other options. One is for dishes and the other one is for drinks. Because a customer might want to take just dishes, or a customer might want to have dishes and drinks together, or just drinks. So for either of the case, the system checks if the order that is asked by the customer is available or not. If it's available, then it confirms that the items ordered by the customer is available. So it takes and displays the complete order. If the case is other way, then it takes back to the main menu. So the customer has to start over again, and again has to start from the main menu and start taking the orders again. So if it's yes, then the order is displayed, everything, the amount is displayed, and and basically the customer has to pay for the order they asked.